So they took Tim and left Ernie. So when Tim left, the station wanted a horror host.
It were just these horrible, horrible horror movies. So Ernie was perfect for that because you didn't really have to say anything nice about him. He would say, "This thing really stinks, and I hope you stay tuned." And people did.
Oh boy, don't too close. You see the phony beard in the hole.
So he took the guise of Ghoulardi. That was a contest, and the name Ghoulardi was the winner. Well, he dropped the O and just called himself Ghoulardi. And 1963, a Cleveland legend was born.
What is that? Does this program go to Parma?
Just made fun of people. Cleveland. Cleveland's a very hard city to make fun of, as you know. It's not a city that you can make fun of. Although the river did catch on fire here in Cleveland and burned for 3 days, which is kind of unusual. They were putting water on it for the first couple of days, and they said, "Hey, it's not working."
When he put this little goatee on, and he could hide behind there and say things that he could not say when he had his three-piece suit on. He just didn't care.
Ghoulardi plays nothing but poker. See, what you do in poker, you get a girl and you poke her.
And then it just exploded. I mean, he just became Mr. Cleveland. I mean, he could fill practically the Cleveland Stadium, you know, for a benefit softball game or whatever. So he did a lot of good for Cleveland, made a lot of fun of the people, but of course, as I say, that's kind of easy to do.
That's the only way to do things, Luke. You do something, do it.
He had an edge to him. He was tongue-in-cheek, and you always knew that he was ready to bust out laughing.
Ernie Anderson, God bless him. The man, he kind of stuck into my heart because of all the slapstick and all the straightforward sort of hip generation, you know.
Don't throw him back, kid. How's time? How's time? What does that mean? I haven't figured that one out yet.
Ghoulardi was just very sarcastic and caustic and honest.
The honesty of the thing, I think, was probably it. And the fact that I was willing to cut some idols down a little bit.
It was the first time you saw a host anywhere and go, "Man, this show's a turkey tonight, gang. Whee! You got something better to do? I urge you to do it. I wouldn't sit around and watch this garbage, even if they paid me, and they are paying me."
Catch that one, baby. Dear Mr. Ghoulardi, like so many Clevelanders, we enjoy Channel 8's science fiction movies. Can you believe there's somebody that enjoys these movies? I think probably it was a sensation because it was probably the first time in the history of television, that somebody came on and was honest and said, "This is probably the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's all we got tonight, so it's it." Did I tell you Ghoulardi was a coward? I don't shoot these boomies off without the safety glasses on.
Cleveland police maintain to this day that the crime rate every Friday night at 11:30 would go down drastically because people were watching Ghoulardi.
They wanted Ernie to be on every night. It was actually ridiculous. They said everybody watched Ernie, even the criminals.
Hey, crew! That's good fun out there.
He thought it was a great venue to say what he really wanted to say and hide behind that goatee. Because being in the business, he had to wear the three-piece suit and he had to cater to the sponsors. But Ernie would tell you, if you asked him, "What do you think?" or he'd tell you if he didn't like you, he would tell you this.
He was so odd at the time, nobody came on television and made fun of the movies and poked fun at local celebrities like Mike Douglas. Mike Douglas was producing his show in Cleveland at the time, so Ernie had a big cutout of him standing on the set, you know, he'd throw darts at it or something, you know. Nobody did that.
You know, you just didn't do that. You just didn't put a statue of Mike Douglas up. He was a big syndicated star. He had all these huge guests. He was Mr. Hollywood, and I used to throw darts at his paste cutout, you know. And, he didn't talk to me for a long time after that, incidentally.